Abby Miller going ahead and joining us as we finish things up here. Abby, I mean, you kind of got pushed into a situation where I know your thoughts and your everything is with Biamba Kabengele, but you get pushed into a situation against a very tough LMU team. How has that emotion been like over the last 3-4 days?
It's definitely been a wild ride. I've had a lot of conversations, but I feel like the biggest thing is just in practice, the girls have been putting so much faith in me. Like, I feel like it wasn't one of those things where I went into the game and felt like, okay, I'm unsure of myself, my teammates are unsure of myself, the coaches. Like, I feel like Greg and everyone on the court with me did a great job just like reinsuring that, hey, we know you're filling a big role, and we obviously really miss Biamba being here, but it's important for her to do what she has to do, and you stepping up is like, they appreciated it because they knew that it kind of threw off my original plan. But I think they made it clear that they supported me and had faith in me.
So I would be, I guess I would say that I would be remiss when I say that when you came over here and sat with me beginning of the season, we kind of talked, but it was kind of wasn't sure of how I was going to kind of approach the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to talk to the senior leaders, and you had Biamba Kabengele, you had Alexa Edwards, and players like that. The first thing I said as I asked, I go, who has been that person that you've always had to watch out for? That's always been that person that stepped up. They've said you. You have been the person that's pushed them the most to make sure that they get the best out of themselves. Now you're able to put it on the court, and you had such a great performance. What does that say when you hear that from your senior leaders to tell you? I mean, you're a junior, but I mean, at the same time, your senior leaders that came over there and say, watch out for this girl. She's going to be something.
I think that made like filling in this role a lot smoother, I guess, because kind of going off what I was saying before, I feel like knowing that I had faith in like all 5 people behind me on the court was something that I think gave me a whole load of confidence that I probably wouldn't have had without that. So I think that like them knowing going into season that I was going to be able to like push him and challenge him in practice gave me kind of more just like confidence, and I was a lot less like anxious and stressed out going to this game than I probably would have been if it wasn't for that. So yeah, I feel like that goes hand in hand with just feeling like I had their full support, whether that was like Jenna doing extra reps with me to make sure we got that connection down, or breaking down things like where I had never been in the, that situation before. So stuff like that, yeah. I feel like it kind of just started off on a good note where I was like, okay, these people have faith in me and I can, do what I want to do.
Talk a little bit about that second set. I mean, I want to talk about the fifth set here in a second too, but that second set really kind of, did that emotion start to kind of like, did you get into that flow of the game that second set? Because you had 5 kills then, you were hitting well into the 200s, and you started to look like who we kind of thought you were going to be throughout what your seniors have said. Talk about that second set and how comfortable you're starting to feel.
Yeah, I definitely think a switch flipped in terms of like me not only being confident in like standing on that court and like filling in that role, but also taking the big swings and like blocking wise, knowing, I have some strong hitters in front of me, but it's nothing that like I haven't faced before in practice, being against the Biambas, the Alexas, everyone.
Yeah.
I think for me, kind of gain that confidence and like getting touches on the block and realizing that I can, get tough swings in and put them out of system, whatever it was. I was like able to exhale a little bit and like, it's just about confidence. I feel like everyone gave me the confidence I needed, and that second set really was when it like settled in for me.
Yeah, just be the Abby Miller we all expected, right?
Exactly.
Talk about that fifth set. I mean, I talked about the emotion that we all went through. I mean, I'm sitting here, and I said during the broadcast, my heart was beating out of my chest because while I was going for both sides and talking about how good each side was going, my heart was beating out of my chest because I didn't know where to go. You're sitting on the court. You get a couple of kills throughout that. For that one, you finished today with 11 kills. If I got 11 kills, you hit 179. For your debut. This was an intense matchup. Talk about the fifth set and how great it feels to be able to come off the court and knowing that you helped this team the way that you thought you could.
Definitely. I feel like I realized that not only like, talking myself through things, but also talking to other people on the court through things really helped us all out. Like, I feel like that fifth set especially, just like meeting in the middle after every point, eye contact, figuring things out. If something wasn't like going exactly how we wanted, communicating through that. And I feel like that fifth set, we really put it in place, and we realized like this is a volleyball game. We do this every single day. We practice these like tough, tight sets like every single practice, and you know the fifth sets are kind of our favorite place to be in a way, in a way. So yeah, I feel like just carrying that confidence into the fifth, and also knowing that like Jenna or like out of system sets and stuff like that, like they still felt confident going to me, really helps for me personally, and I just have full confidence in the team always. So
Abby, what a performance. We know you're a dancer too, because we've seen you make the moves on the sidelines here. So but Abby, congratulations. What a performance, what a debut. Go enjoy this one.
thank you.
Abby Miller, the junior, nice enough to join us as we wrap things up.